Hey, what's up, guys? This is Quinn, and your topic for today, which is Tuesday, is what is a very important event in your life, whether it be trans-related or not. And I think since I always, of course, talk about trans-related topics, I'll talk about something different. My wife and I, she's the love of my life, and I met her in, I think, 1998. My mother actually worked with her best friend, and we met and went on a date, and I was her first kiss, well, back then her first same-sex kiss. Not sure if that applies now. And apparently I was a little bit of a player back then, so I kind of broke her heart. And through the years, we were very close friends. We kept in touch. And, if something significant happened in my life, good or bad, she would be one of the first phone calls that I made. Sorry about the saw in the background. They're doing construction over here on this overpass. Anyway, so I partied a lot and got a lot of shit out of my system. And got out of a lot of bad relationships, and finally we just got it right. I don't think I could have treated her right when she first wanted me to anyway, but about 4+ years ago, she had let me see if I can say this right, multiple bilateral pulmonary embolisms, which means she had a whole lot of blood clots in both of her lungs, so many that they couldn't even count them all. And she had 3 in her legs. And so at this point, we hadn't talked in about 2 years. I made a suggestion to her that she didn't quite care for. And looking back on it now, it was probably as rude as she thought it was, although back in the day I didn't have much sense. So we didn't speak for 2 years, and when she found out that she had the blood clots, they told her, we're going to give you this clot buster medicine, you could live or die, sign this paper stating that it's not our fault, you have a 50-50 chance, but if you don't take the treatment, then you'll die 100%. So she called me. She said that she couldn't die without telling me how much she loved me. And that was the beginning of our relationship. We've been together for 4.5 years. And we've been married for a little over a year and a half. And she's the world to me. I have had a problem with drugs, and I've been sober for 8 years. And she's really the first woman I've been with that hasn't been my drug buddy too, and I think that makes a big difference. She's also the first adult I've been with, and I don't mean like old enough to be an adult, I mean like mentally an adult. This is just the healthiest relationship I've ever been in. And she always said that, her name is Carrie, by the way, so I can quit saying she. She always said that, she's a lesbian, she doesn't want to date men, and she always would ask me every few years if I was trans, and if I thought I was a boy, and I'd be like, oh, what are you talking about, you're crazy, and I knew that was a big fear of hers, and I knew I felt different, but I didn't really have the terminology to express that yet. So finally, when I told her, she of course went through a grieving process of her own, kind of like she was losing the former me, and she kind of was questioning her identity as well. Well, not so much her identity as her sexuality, I guess, because, she decided to stay with me no matter what, so I guess she couldn't really say she's a lesbian anymore. So we identify as queer now. We are really reticent to lose the, queer community that we've come to be so loved and so loved by, and there still is a T in LGBT. I think that a lot of people forget that, and we're kind of the what do you call that? The silent letter. Like, I can't think of it right now, but you know, like G and right. You don't say the G. It's like how it is for LGBT. You know, no one thinks when you say the word or the acronym LGBT, no one thinks, oh, transgender people. They think gay people. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I love my wife. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. And, oh, I don't think I told you that we went up to Boston and got married. Because, you know, when I identified as a lesbian, and even now, because I'm still legally female, we can't get married in the state of Florida. So we went up to Boston and got married, and it was beautiful, and maybe I'll put up some pictures sometime. But, yeah, that's all I have for now. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a good one.